Hello friends, myself Rasmita Jena, lecturer in Computer Science, UN Autonomous College, Odaspur. Today I am going to discuss on functional dependency normalization for relational schema. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss definition of functional dependency, different types of functional dependency, that is your partial functional dependency, full functional dependency, transitive functional dependency. And then we have to discuss normalization and different types of normalization. So, in this video lecture, what are the different learning objectives, functional dependencies and their types, normalization of relations, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form and Boy coded normal form. Functional dependency is what? A set of attribute x functionally determine a set of attribute y if the value of x determines a unique value for y. It means what? A set of attribute x functionally determines set of attribute y. In this example, suppose SSN is x, that is the key attribute, which determine the set of attribute y, that means ename, birth date, address, d number, d name, d manager SSN and y. It may be one attribute or set of attribute. Here x determine y means SSN determine ename, birth date, address, d number, d name, d manager SSN. If x determine these values or SSN determine these values, then here a functional dependency must be hold, right. We can see the example how SSN determine the value of ename, SSN also determine the value of birth date, SSN also determine the value of address, SSN also determine the value of d number, d name and d manager SSN. So, we can say all the attribute except SSN are functionally depends upon SSN or SSN functionally determines the value of these attributes. So, in this case the functional dependency is hold, and there are number 3 types of functional dependencies are there. First one is your full functional dependency, second one partial functional dependency, third one is transitive functional dependency, and about these types of dependency will be discussed according with the normalization. So, then we have to know what is normalization and what are the different keys are used in the normalization. First we have to know what is the definition of normalization. Normalization is the process or concept through which a relational schema go through a series of tests to satisfy the normal form, right. And if the relation schemas are not satisfying normal form, then we go for the decomposition of relation schema or relation or table. So, normalization is categorized into different types, that is your first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, then Boy coded normal form, then later time fourth normal form and fifth normal form are defined based on the concept of multi-value dependency and joint dependencies. This is all about your definition of normalization and the categorized or types of normalization. So, the normalization is first proposed by the scientist Code in 1972, takes a relation schema through a series of tests to satisfy certain normal form. It is a top down process by through which a evaluation of each relation against the criteria of normal form are go on and decomposing the relation as necessary, thus it considered as a relation designed by analysis. Initially, Code proposed 3 normal form, that is first normal form, second normal form and third normal form. Then after that Boy and Code combinedly introduced another normal form which is more stronger than third normal form, that is your Boy coded normal form. Then later time the fourth normal form is defined based on the concept of multi-value dependency, then fifth normal form was introduced based on the concept of joint dependency. So, first we have to know what are the different keys are used for the normalization, then we have to know different types of normalization. This is the another definition of normalization, that means the normalization of data means to achieve some properties. These are minimizing the data redundancy in your relation and minimizing the insertion, updation and deletion anomalies in the relation. Then we have to know different keys in the normalization. So these are the different keys, and here we can explain each and every keys by using one example. This is the example. Here I take a relation schema, EMP department, having attribute E-name, SSN, birth date, address, D number, D name and E code. And here we first define a key, that is your super key. Super key is what? That is the default key of a relation schema, that is combination of all attribute form a super key. And the main condition of the super key is what? No two tuple in a relation have the same value for their super key attribute. See the definition. Super key of a relation schema are, suppose having attribute A1, A2, An is the set of attribute. That means by combining A1, A2, An we can form a super key, and the super key have a property, that is what? No two tuple T1 and T2 in any legal relation state of R will have T1 of S equals to T2 of S. Then we have to define what is candidate key. So come to this example. Here there are two key attributes are in the relation schema, that is one is your SSN and second one is your E code. That means by using SSN we can determine E name, birth date, address, D number, D name, and also by using E code we can determine E name, birth date, address, D number and D name. So here two key attribute are used. So candidate key is what? In a relation schema, if there is more than one key attribute, then this key, each key attribute are called candidate key. From the candidate key, one of the key is choose as the primary key and the next are choose as the secondary key. So see the example. In this relation schema, there are two candidate key. One is your SSN and another one is your E code. From these two, you can arbitrarily choose one of them as primary key. Suppose here I choose SSN as the primary key, then E code is your secondary key, right? Then comes to your prime attribute and non-prime attribute. So prime attribute is what and non-prime attribute is what? Prime attribute are those attributes which are take part for the formation of key attribute. Non-prime attribute are does not participate for the formation of key attribute. You can explain it by using one example. See the second example, that is EMP project having attribute SSN, P number, hour, E name, P name and P location. Here the key attribute is a composite key, because it is a combination of two key, they form the key attribute. SSN and P number both are combinedly form the key attribute. In this case, which one is prime and which one is non-prime attribute? Here SSN and P number are used for the key attribute. That's why these two are called as the prime attribute, and rest of the attribute, that is hour, E name, P name and P location are the non-prime attribute, because they are not participating for the formation of key attribute. Then we have to know what is fast normalization, then what is the definition of fast normalization, what is the certain criteria for the fast normalization. This is known as the fast normal form, or you can call this as 1NF or fast normalization. So fast normalization is what? It was defined to disallow multi-valued attribute, composite attribute and their combinations. It states that the domain of an attribute must include only atomic values, means only the simple and individual values. The value of any attribute in a tuple must be a single value from the domain of that attribute. You can see the example. Here I take one relation schema, that is department, having attribute D name, D number, D manager SSN and D location. And here these are the tuples of this relation schema, that is here one tuple, 2 and 3 are given. From this tuple you can see the first tuple. In the first tuple the D location attribute containing 3 value, but the fast normal form disallows multi-valued attribute in any of the tuple of a relation schema, but the tuple 1 in this relation schema contain multi-valued attribute for the attribute D location. So this relation schema is not in FastNF. So for converting this relation schema to FastNF, we separate this multi-values attribute to atomic values. So you can see this example how this multi-valued attribute are split into the atomic values, and now we can see in this example there is no attribute which contain multi-valued for a particular tuple. So, this relation schema became in first normal form. Then we have to discuss the second normal form. The second normal form is based on the concept of full functional dependency. Here we have to know what is full functional dependency and what is partial functional dependency. So, full functional dependency means what? All the non-prime attributes are fully functionally depends upon the whole key, right? And partial functional dependency means what? All the non-prime attributes are just depends upon the part of the key instead of the whole key. We can explain it by using the example. See the example. This is the relation schema EMB project having attribute SSN, pin number, hour, ename, pname and p location. Here the key attribute is SSN and pin number. This is the composite key because the combination of two key. And what is full functional dependency and what is partial functional dependency? So, full functional dependency is what? Here the key attribute is SSN and p number, which is the composite key, and you can see the hour attribute, which is an unprime attribute, which is depends upon SSN and p number, because hour attribute value cannot be determined one of the key, that is SSN or from p number. That means this hour attribute value can determine by using both the attribute. So, hour attribute is fully depends upon the key attribute, but you can see in the ename attribute which can be determined only from the SSN attribute. In case of ename, it does not require p number attribute to determine its value. So, in this case ename attribute is partially depends upon the SSN. Similarly, pname and p location attribute can determine their value from p number. They are not required SSN attribute. So, pname and p number attributes are also depends upon partially on the key attribute. So, in this relation schema only the hour attribute is fully functionally depends upon the key attribute, but the ename and pname and p location attributes are partially depends upon or just depends upon the part of the key. From the part of the key they determine their value. So, this is the full functional dependency SSN, p number and hour attribute, but these are the partial dependency on the key attribute. That is, the second normal form is that a relation schema is in second NF if it is in first NF, and a relation schema R is in second normal form if every non-prime attribute A in R is not partially depends upon any key of R, or in non-prime attribute is fully functionally depends upon the key attribute, right? You can see this relation schema is not in second NF because all the non-prime attribute ename, pname and p location are not fully functionally depends upon the key attribute. They are partially depends upon the key attribute. That is why this relation schema is not satisfying second NF. So, in this case, to make this relation schema into second NF, we decompose this relation according to the requirement. That is, here SSN, p number and hour, this is one table, that is EP1. SSN ename is another table, that is EP2. P number, p name and p location is another table, that is EP3. So, you can see here hour is only one of the non-prime attribute in this relation schema, and hour is fully functionally depends upon the key attribute SSN and p number. Similarly, in this relation schema, p name and p location both are the non-prime attribute, and these two non-prime attribute are fully functionally depends upon the key attribute p number. So, these three relation schema are became in second NF, right? Then we have to discuss on third NF. Then we have to know third normal form or 3NF or third normalization. The third normal form is based on the concept of transitive dependency. So, first we have to know what is transitive dependency. Transitive dependency is what? When a non-key attribute determine another non-key attribute, then in that case transitive dependency hold. We can see it by using one example. So, come to this point. Here D number is a non-key attribute and D name, D manager SSN are another two non-key attribute. By using D number, D name and D manager SSN can be determined. So, in this case the transitive dependency is hold. The third normal form says what? The third normal, a relation schema is in third normal form if it is in second normal form and there is no transitive dependency in that relation schema. So, we can see how this relation schema is in third normal form. This is the EMP department relation schema. First we have to check this relation schema is in second NF or not. Second NF says all the non-key attribute fully functionally depends upon the key attribute. You can see the birth date, address, D number, D name, D manager SSN and E name, and here the key attribute is SSN. Here the key attribute is the only one key. So, obviously all the attributes are fully functionally depends upon the key attribute. So, this relation is in second NF. Now, you have to check this relation is in third NF or not. So, for the second condition, that is there is no transitive dependency, but we can see this is the transitive dependency. In this case, the transitive dependency is whole, that is D name is a non-key attribute and D manager SSN is also a non-key attribute, but they are determined by another non-key attribute, that is D number. So, the transitive dependency is whole in this relation schema. That is why this relation schema is not in third NF. So, to convert this relation schema into third NF, we decompose the relation schema into two relation schema, that is ED1 and ED2. The relation schema decompose as E name, SSN, birth date, address, D number is one relation schema and D number, D name, D manager SSN is another relation schema. And we have to check this relation is in third NF or not, that is ED1 and ED2. For ED1, here this one is the key attribute and all the non-key attribute are only determined by the key attribute, but the non-key attribute are not determined by any other non-key attribute. That is why this relation schema is in second NF as well as there is no transitive dependency. Similarly, here the key attribute is D number and the non-key attribute D name and D manager SSN can depends upon the D number, and in this case the transitive dependency also does not hold. So, this relation is in second NF and as the transitive dependency is not hold, so this relation is also in third NF. This is the whole example of first NF to third NF, and the relation, this is the lots relation schema having attribute, property ID, country name, lots, area, price and tax rate. You can see all the functional dependency, and this relation schema is in first NF because the first NF disallows multi-valued attribute and composite attribute. It only allows the attribute must contain atomic values. You know that attribute are containing the atomic value, that is why the relation schema is in first NF. Then we have to check the relation schema is in second NF or not. The second NF is what? The relation schema is in second NF if it is in first NF. And second condition is the non-key attributes are fully functionally depends upon the key attribute, not on the just part of the key attribute, not depends upon the part of the key attribute. Suppose country name and lots is the key attribute, and you can see the property ID and area, price, tax rate are depends upon the country name, and also the tax rate can only determine from the country name. The tax rate cannot depends upon the lots name. That is why this relation schema is not in second NF because the tax rate does not depends upon the whole key, that is country name or lots. It just depends upon the part of the key, that is only on the country name. So, this relation is not in second NF. Now, we convert this relation into second NF by decomposing this relation schema. Now, the decomposition is convert two table, that is lots 1 and lots 2. Lots 1 contain attribute property ID, country name, lots, area, price, and lots 2 contain the attribute country name and tax rate. You can see this one is second NF because here the key attribute is suppose country name and lots. All the non-key attribute, that is property ID, area and price, all are depends upon the whole key, not on the just part of the key. So, this relation is in second NF, and in case of the second relation schema, the tax rate it depends upon the whole key because here the key is one single attribute. So, these two relations are in second NF. Now, you have to check the relation is in third NF or not. third NF says there is no non-prime attribute is determined by another non-prime attribute. We can see here area is a non-prime attribute and also prime is a non-prime attribute, right, because area is not take part for the formation of key attribute, price is also not take part for the formation of key attribute, but the price attribute is depends upon the area. Price is a non-key attribute and area is also a non-key attribute. So, in this case the transitive dependency is hold. Third NF says the relation must be in second NF and there is no transitive dependency, but that as the transitive dependency hold in this relation schema. So, now we decompose this relation schema to form the relation schema into third NF. So, now the decomposition is done, that is the lots 1A and lots 1B, the two tables, the property ID, country name, lots, area are the attribute of first table and the area and price are the attribute of second table. So, here we have to check the relation is in third NF or not. You can see here the country name and lot is the key attribute and other the non-key attribute. Area and property ID can determine by only the key attribute. That means there is no non-key attribute is determined by another non-key attribute. So, this relation schema is in third NF. Then comes to second table, here area and price, here price is the only non-key attribute which is only determined by area key attribute. So, in this case also no non-prime attribute can determine by another non-prime attribute. So, in this case also third NF hold and these relations are in first NF, second NF and third NF. So, in briefly we are discussing on this first NF and second NF and third NF. So, in this video lecture we had discussed on functional dependency, different types of functional dependency, that is what is full functional dependency, what is partial functional dependency and what is transitive dependency, that we discussed, and the normalization and their types. First NF disallows multi-valued attribute and composite attribute in a relation schema, that means it allows single valued attribute or atomic values in the relation schema. And second normal form, that is the relation schema is in second normal form if it is in first normal form and all the non-key attributes are fully functionally depends upon the key instead of just on the part of the key. Then third normal form, that says the relation schema is in second NF and there is no transitive dependency. In second normal form there is no partial dependency, in third normal form there is no transitive dependency. I hope you will learn from this video a lot. Thank you very much.